Peace, kings and queens, gods and goddesses. This glow today, y'all, I'm here for it. That's it. I'm just here for it. Now, this is a touchy topic for me, but you know, it's fine. Let's talk about it. It's often expressed to me that I do too much as a parent, when I believe that that's quite the contrary. And I wish other parents would do more. Healing has taught me more than anything the power in environment. And when I learn something, I find it extremely difficult to ignore things. It's like, I'm not sure how people even learn stuff and just choose not to acknowledge it. I can't do that. And I don't want to do that. Side note, I'll be discussing environment in depth another time, but I would like to discuss some key factors that impact my parenting style. Now, environment is the most impactful teacher. Environment teaches security, love, confidence, integrity, codependency, boundaries. Environment exhibits what relationships look like. Environment teaches freedom, communication, self-expression, self-love, patterns, curses. Environment exhibits a safe place. Environment really teaches everything. And people have to acknowledge this. And I've chosen to acknowledge this, which is why my parenting style is the way it is. This is where a lot of my decisions come from. Environment lays the foundation for our entire lives. Although every child is affected differently, they're still affected. We're still affected. A lot of individuals neglect to acknowledge the fact that majority of our habits are created in childhood, not when we're adults. Prior to us becoming adults is where a lot of our habits stem from. We begin to decide things we will and will not do based on the things we experienced as children. Come to think of it, that's actually makes sense. Our brains are actually still developing in that area when we're younger, which is why environment to children is so impactful. I say all of this to say, yes, I'm very conscientious about what I allow around my children, because I'm supposed to be. Mindsets you allow around your children matter. Things your children hear matter. Broken promises matter. Do you know how this affects the capacity that we or children are able to depend on people when they're adults? It affects it tremendously, because we get used to saying to people telling us they're going to do something and then they don't do it. Then we start to think we can't depend on people. This didn't start when we were adults. This started when we were children. Acknowledge that. Please. The behaviors of other children around your children matters. The music you play around your children matters. The things you allow your children to watch matters. The things you allow your children to eat matters. The way you speak And the way you allow other people to speak to your children matters. The conversations you have around your children matters. Less stay in a child's place and more be mindful of the things that you say around curious children, because all children are curious. They want to know. They're going to make comments. They want to learn. It's what they're supposed to do. They're children. So be more mindful as the adult. Dismissing your child's imagination matters. Imagination sparks creativity amongst a lot of things. And where they're constantly told, give you an example. My kids be in my house having a ball with dragons and unicorns and just whatever they see. I don't shut it down. I don't tell them, oh, that's not there. That's not there. That doesn't exist. No, play along. Children are so tapped into spirituality when they are younger. That shit is there. And allow them to have imaginary friends and play with people you can't see. It doesn't matter. They're kids. It builds self-confidence, self-expression, a lot of things. It builds a lot of things. Do not shut down your children's imagination. They are supposed to be imaginative. It's really a great tool for life, honestly. I ain't gonna hold y'all. But, you know, honestly, everything really matters. Everything matters. Society has made these crucial facts irrelevant depending upon the person or people involved. Please allow me to make myself very clear. I do not care who you are. If I feel as if your mindset, you as a person, anything that comes with you would be detrimental for my child, you cannot be around my child. And it's taken me years to acknowledge and accept a lot of things, including doing what's right for my children, regardless of how anyone feels or what they say, because I refuse to traumatize them. And I refuse to allow generational curses to continue. No, it's stopping with me. I am the change. And I know that this change matters. It does. A lot. I'm fully aware that I can't shield my children from everything. And I honestly don't want to. I want them to have experiences in life. But I'll be damned. I'll be goddamned if those experiences aren't what's best for them. And as parents, we do control that. I'm fully aware that I can't even control what my children would do once they, become adults. But I don't want to do that neither. I don't want to do that. I don't want to control at all. I'm hopeful that they will thrive because of their experiences and environment that I've decided to place them in. That's really it. I'm not a controlling parent. I'm a protective parent. I'm a nurturing parent. I'm a strong parent. I'm a parent full of knowledge and wisdom that I will not ignore. The information, the wisdom and knowledge is there for me to acknowledge it. And I'm going to. I choose to. Because it makes me a better parent. I aspire to be a safe place for my children. I aspire to be aspire to be so much for my kids. It's like, it's crazy. I aspire to teach my children how to thrive. I aspire to show my children unconditional love. I aspire to make sure my children are free in all aspects, I aspire to make sure my children are emotionally available. I aspire to teach my children effective communication. I aspire to teach my children accountability. I aspire to teach my children boundaries. I aspire to teach my children self-love. I aspire to be the best parent for my children because that's exactly what they deserve. They don't deserve anything less than the best. And I am the divine mother. There's no such thing as perfect. And I know this. I know that I will make mistakes. Shit, I make them now. I just do everything in my power to correct those mistakes. And that's what makes me a great parent. And I acknowledge that. If I have to be the bad guy because of it, so fucking be it. I'm a proud bad guy. Believe that. I adore volume. How can I possibly be the bad guy? But I just want y'all to know, just because I don't care about the title people hold when it comes to doing what's best for my children, doesn't mean that I don't care about the things people say or how they feel about me. Especially when these people are supposed to be your so-called family and friends. It really fucking sucks to not have the support that you desire. And to constantly be ridiculed for doing what's best for yourself and your children. It's not the best thing in the world. I'm not gonna hold y'all. But I shake that shit off. Because I know my soul tribe will find me soon. And I can't control how people feel or the things that people say. And it doesn't really concern me. So, yes, I care. And I acknowledge those feelings that I feel. I sit with them and then I release them. I wish people understood me more, or at least tried to understand me more. But just because they don't doesn't mean that I'm not going to do what's best for my children. I am always going to do what's best for my children. It's my job as a parent. And I know how much these things matter. And I know the kind of life that I want my kids to live. So, to the people that don't agree, hopefully you can see it from my point of view one day. And that's all I really got to say. I mean, these are my children. And that's really it. It's up to me to protect them. It's up to me to guide them. It's up to me to do everything in my power to make sure that they can thrive when they are adults. And I'm going to do just that. That's really it. But, you know, life be lifing. But I still love y'all. I love y'all. I hope what's best for y'all. And I look amazing, so I'm about to start my day. See y'all next time.